If you're thinking of buying a washing machine in 2025, stop. These 5 models will waste your money, flood your laundry room, or break in months. But don't worry, I'll also show you 5 insider tips to spot the good ones and save hundreds before you buy. Let's start with the one that shocked me the most, Samsung. Starting at number 5, Samsung Front Load Washer. Samsung. The name alone screams tech innovation. Phones, TVs, all that good stuff. So naturally, you'd think their washing machines would be just as solid. Well, think again. The WF45T6000AW looks sleek, promises smart features, and comes with Wi-Fi connectivity so you can control your laundry from your phone. Sounds impressive, right? Until you actually live with it. Here's what real users are saying. The drum shakes violently during spin cycles, even when the load is balanced properly. Water leaks are common, not just a little drip, but full-on puddles that force you to keep towels nearby. And those smart features? They crash constantly. The app disconnects from Wi-Fi randomly, and when it does work, the controls are laggy and unresponsive. You're better off just pressing the buttons on the machine itself, which kind of defeats the whole point of having a smart washer in the first place. The biggest complaint? Unbalanced load errors that interrupt cycles constantly, even when you've loaded it correctly. The machine stops mid-cycle, throws an error code, and forces you to manually redistribute the clothes. It's exhausting. One user put it perfectly. Bought this for the guest suite, thinking it would be low maintenance. Week 3, the drum started banging so loud it sounded like a car crash. By month 2, water was leaking under the door after every wash. Samsung support? Useless. Ended up returning it and going with something more reliable. Would you risk it if the price dropped low enough? Probably not worth the headache. If you want similar features without the drama, check out the LG Front Loader. It's got the same smart capabilities, but it actually works reliably, runs quieter, and doesn't turn your laundry room into a swimming pool. Samsung might dominate tech, but their washing machines? Hard pass. At number 4, Whirlpool Top Load Washer. Whirlpool, classic American brand, been around forever, and you'd assume they know how to make a washing machine by now. The WTW 5000DW top loader markets itself as high efficiency with a large capacity. Perfect for families, right? Well, not quite. This machine looks great sitting in your laundry room, but when it comes to actually cleaning clothes, it falls flat on its face. The core issue is poor agitation. The impeller at the bottom barely moves the clothes around, which means dirt and stains don't get lifted properly. You'll pull out your laundry only to find it's still dirty, or worse, tangled into a knotted mess that takes 10 minutes to separate. And here's the kicker. The sensing cycle is supposed to detect how much water you need based on the load size. Instead, it constantly misreads, either flooding the drum or leaving your clothes barely damp. It's like the machine can't make up its mind. Users consistently report lid lock failures within the first 2 years. The lid just stops locking mid-cycle, which halts everything and forces you to call a repair tech. And because it's an electronic failure, the fix isn't cheap. One reviewer summed it up. Looks like a deal at $600, but it just doesn't clean. Tried everything. Different detergents, adjusting load sizes, running extra rinse cycles. Nothing helped. Clothes came out dingy, and the lid lock died at 18 months. Never again. Have you had better luck with this brand? Or is Whirlpool just coasting on their old reputation? If you want a top loader that actually cleans, go with the Speed Queen. It's old-school mechanical reliability with real cleaning power. No gimmicks, no fancy sensors that break. Just a machine that washes your clothes properly and lasts for years. Whirlpool used to be great. This model isn't. At number 3, GE Top Load Washer. GE. Another big name in appliances, and this top loader promises a deep fill option and an Energy Star rating. On paper, it sounds like a solid choice. You get extra water when you need it, and it's supposed to be efficient. But in reality, this machine is rough on fabrics and plagued by electronic failures that'll drain your wallet faster than it drains a wash cycle. The deep fill feature sounds great, but it comes at a cost. Your clothes get beaten up. The agitation is aggressive to the point where delicate fabrics come out stretched, pilled, or even torn. And the electronic control board? It's a ticking time bomb. Users report frequent failures, and when it goes, the entire machine stops working. The board itself costs a few $100s to replace, plus labor, which means you're looking at a repair bill that's almost half the cost of a new machine. At that point, why bother? Then there's the vibration. This thing shakes so violently during spin cycles that it walks across the floor. Literally. You'll come back to find it's moved 6 inches from where it started, and the noise is so loud you can hear it from the other side of the house. Rinse cycles are weak too. Detergent residue gets left behind, which means your clothes feel stiff and look dingy even after a fresh wash. One user described it perfectly, grinding noises from day 1, and by month 6, the control board fried itself. GE wanted $400 for the repair, just bought a Maytag instead, and never looked back. Is a shiny name worth all that hassle? Not even close. If you want a reliable top loader, the Maytag is a better bet. Better durability, fewer electronic issues, and it treats your clothes with actual care. GE used to be a safe choice. This model? Skip it. Before we move on, if you want to make sure you don't waste a bunch of money, hit subscribe and thank me later. At number 2, Haier Compact Washer. Haier is a Chinese brand that's been pushing hard into the North American market with budget-friendly appliances. Their compact washer is marketed as perfect for apartments and small spaces. And sure, it's affordable and fits in tight laundry closets. But here's what they don't advertise. It barely works. The biggest problem is spin performance. This machine is supposed to spin your clothes fast enough to remove most of the water before you toss them in the dryer. Instead, it leaves them soaking wet, like wring them out over the sink wet. That means longer dryer times, higher energy bills, and clothes that take forever to dry. And if you're air drying anything, forget it. You'll be waiting 2 days for a t-shirt to dry. Then there's the mold issue. Within a couple months, users start noticing a damp, musty smell coming from the drum. It's not just unpleasant, it transfers to your clothes, which means you're walking around smelling like a basement. Running cleaning cycles helps temporarily, but the smell always comes back. And good luck getting help from Haier's customer support in North America. They're nearly impossible to reach, and when you do get through, they offer generic troubleshooting tips that don't solve anything. One buyer shared this: bought it for a rental property thinking it would be fine for tenants. 2 months in, tenants complained about soaking wet clothes and a mold smell. Tried cleaning it, running vinegar cycles, everything. Nothing worked. Ended up replacing it with a Bosch and haven't had a single complaint since. The Haier donated it and moved on. Would you trust a brand with weak support and constant quality complaints? Probably not. If you need a compact washer, the Bosch is the way to go. It's more efficient, spins properly, and actually lasts. Haier might be cheap, but you're getting exactly what you pay for. A machine that barely spins out water and smells like regret. This isn't value, it's a warranty scam in disguise. And somehow, the next one's even worse. After number 1, I'll show you 5 golden rules that'll save you thousands on your next washer. At number 1, Frigidaire Top Load Washer. Number 1 on the avoid list, the Frigidaire Top Loader. This machine markets itself as affordable and no frills with simple controls. Sure, it's cheap, but there's a reason. This machine is a build quality disaster from day 1, and the failures are so consistent, it's almost impressive. The construction is terrible. The lid feels loose and flimsy. The motor is underpowered and prone to early failure. Many users report complete breakdowns within the first year. The drainage system? It's a joke. Won't drain errors are shockingly common, leaving you with a drum full of dirty, soapy water and no way to get it out without manually bailing it. The real kicker is the customer service. Users report sending multiple emails and making phone calls with zero response. When the machine dies, and it will die, you're on your own. No support, no solutions, just a broken appliance and a lot of frustration. One review said it all. Stopped working at 13 months, right after the warranty ended. Called Frigidaire, emailed twice, never got a reply. Had to junk it and buy something else. Another user. Lid fell off after 3 months. Machine stopped draining at 8 months. Customer service ghosted me. Bought an Amana, and it's been flawless for 2 years now. Is it worth saving $100 up front, only to replace the entire machine within 2 years? Not a chance. If you're on a budget, the Amana is in the same price range, but with way better reliability and actual parts availability when something goes wrong. Frigidaire built a reputation decades ago, but this model? It's a breakdown in slow motion. You deserve better than this lemon. Alright, now that you know what not to buy, let's talk about how to find the ones that actually last. These 5 rules will save you time, money, and regret. Tip number 1, don't chase smart features. Smart washing machines sound incredible. Control your laundry from your phone, get notifications when cycles finish, schedule washes remotely. It's the kind of stuff that feels like living in the future. But here's the truth. Most of these features are buggy, unnecessary, and the first things to break. Think about it. How often are you actually away from home and desperately need to start a load of laundry from your phone? Most people load the machine, press start, and walk away. That's it. The app connectivity adds complexity, more points of failure, and higher repair costs when the electronics inevitably fry themselves. And let's be honest, when that Wi-Fi module stops working, you're left with an expensive washing machine that can't connect to anything and does the exact same job as a basic model that costs $300 less. It's unnecessary complication. Instead of chasing flashy tech, focus on what actually matters: motor strength, spin speed, drum balance, and build quality. A washer with a solid direct drive motor, a stainless steel drum, and reliable mechanical components will outlast any smart machine loaded with sensors and circuit boards. You want a machine that cleans clothes efficiently and lasts for 10 years, not one that connects to your phone for 6 months before the app stops getting updates and the company moves on to the next flashy model release. Look for washers with straightforward controls, proven reliability, and fewer electronic components. Brands like Speed Queen and Maytag build machines with mechanical simplicity that just works. No app crashes, no firmware updates, no Wi-Fi troubleshooting, just clean clothes, year after year. Save your money, skip the smart features, and invest in a machine that prioritizes real performance over marketing gimmicks. Your future self will thank you. Tip number 2, prioritize metal parts over plastic. Here's a simple rule: plastic components wear out fast. Metal lasts, and when you're spending hundreds or thousands on a washing machine, you want one that's built to survive years of heavy use, not fall apart the moment the warranty expires. Unfortunately, many modern washers are packed with plastic drums, plastic agitators, and plastic gears, all in the name of cutting costs and boosting profit margins. Plastic drums are lighter and cheaper to manufacture, but they crack under pressure, especially during high-speed spin cycles. They also generate more noise because plastic doesn't dampen vibrations like metal does. So you end up with a machine that sounds like it's trying to break through your floor while simultaneously wearing out faster than it should. Plastic agitators? Same story. They're flimsy, prone to breaking, and rough on fabrics. Over time, they lose their effectiveness and start shredding delicate clothes. Metal components, especially stainless steel, are the gold standard. A stainless steel drum won't rust, crack, or degrade. It's more durable, handles high spin speeds without issue, and protects your clothes better. Stainless steel also resists mold and mildew buildup, which means your washer stays cleaner and smells fresher over time. Metal gears and metal frames reduce vibration, cut down on noise, and ensure the machine stays balanced even under heavy loads. When shopping, check the product specs and reviews carefully. Look for phrases like stainless steel drum, metal agitator, or heavy-duty steel frame. Avoid models that advertise lightweight design or flexible components. That's usually code for cheap plastic parts. Yes, metal-heavy machines cost a bit more upfront, but they're worth every penny. They last longer, run quieter, and hold their value better. Don't settle for plastic just to save $50. You'll regret it the first time something cracks or the machine starts sounding like a jet engine. Build quality matters. Choose metal, and your washer will still be running strong when cheaper models have already died twice. Tip number 3, read real user reviews, not just star ratings. Star ratings are useful at a glance, but they don't tell the full story. A washing machine with a 4-star average might look solid until you dig into the actual reviews and realize half of them are 1-star disasters complaining about the same critical failure. The problem is, star averages get skewed by fake reviews, promotional ratings from early buyers who haven't used the machine long-term, and people who rate based on delivery speed rather than product performance. Here's how to do it right. Skip the 5-star love letters and go straight to the 1- and 2-star reviews. That's where the truth lives. Look for patterns. If dozens of people mention the same issue, leaking, broken control boards, mold smell, loud vibrations, that's a red flag you can't ignore. One person having a problem might be bad luck. 50 people reporting the same failure, that's a design flaw, and it's probably going to happen to you too. Pay attention to how long reviewers have owned the machine. A glowing 5-star review after 2 weeks means nothing. A 3-star review after 2 years of use? That's valuable. Long-term owners will tell you about durability, how the machine holds up under constant use, whether parts are easy to replace, and if the manufacturer stands behind their product. They'll also mention the little annoyances that don't show up in the first month. Things like detergent buildup, declining spin performance, or error codes that pop up randomly. Also, check multiple sources. Don't just rely on reviews from the retailer's website. Cross-reference with consumer forums, Reddit threads, and independent appliance sites. Retailers sometimes filter or suppress negative reviews, so casting a wider net gives you a more honest picture. Look for detailed, specific complaints. Vague complaints like "not great" or "could be better" don't help, but reviews that say "control board failed at 14 months, cost $400 to replace" are gold. That's the kind of insight that'll save you from making an expensive mistake. Do the research, read the real experiences, and trust the patterns. Your wallet will thank you later. Tip number 4, check warranty coverage carefully. A 10-year warranty sounds incredible. It makes you feel safe, like the manufacturer is standing behind their product for the long haul. But here's what they don't advertise. Most warranties are loaded with fine print that drastically limits what's actually covered. That 10-year warranty might only cover the motor, while everything else, the control board, the door latch, the sensors, fails at year 3 and costs you hundreds to fix. And labor? Almost never covered after the first year. Here's the breakdown. Parts coverage versus labor coverage. Some warranties cover replacement parts, but make you pay for the technician's time, which can easily run $200 to $400. Others cover in-home service for the first year, then require you to haul the machine to a service center after that, which is impractical and expensive. And if the failure is deemed user error or normal wear, even a valid claim can get denied. Then there's the issue of exclusions. Many warranties don't cover cosmetic damage, rust, mold, or issues caused by hard water. All things that can affect performance and lifespan. Some brands require you to use only authorized repair technicians. And if you hire an independent tech to save money, your warranty gets voided instantly. It's designed to protect the manufacturer, not you. Before buying, read the warranty document completely. Not just the marketing summary, the actual terms and conditions. Look for phrases like parts only, limited coverage, or excludes labor costs. Check how long the full warranty lasts versus the limited warranty. A good warranty should cover both parts and labor for at least 2 years, with a longer motor warranty on top of that. Anything less, and you're gambling with your money. Read the fine print carefully before you commit. Tip number 5, avoid the cheapest models. Budget washers are tempting. $400 for a brand new machine sounds like a steal, especially when mid-range options are pushing $800 or $900. But here's the hard truth. Ultra-cheap models cut corners everywhere, and you end up paying for it in repairs, replacements, and frustration. Saving $100 up front often means spending 3 times that within 2 years when the machine dies and you have to buy another one. Cheap washers use cheaper components, plastic drums instead of stainless steel, weak motors that struggle with normal loads, flimsy control panels that crack or stop responding, thinner hoses that leak, less insulation, which means more noise. These cost-cutting measures add up fast, and the machine just doesn't hold up under regular use. Even basic maintenance becomes a hassle because the parts are harder to find and lower quality. You're not saving money, you're delaying the inevitable. The sweet spot for a reliable washing machine is usually in the $600 to $900 range. That's where you find machines built with decent materials, proven motors, and features that actually matter. like multiple wash cycles, good spin speeds, and proper water efficiency. Spending an extra $100 or $200 at purchase means getting a machine that lasts 7 to 10 years instead of 2 to 3. Think of it this way: a $400 washer that dies in 2 years costs you $200 per year. A $700 washer that lasts 8 years, less than $90 per year. Over time, the more expensive machine is actually cheaper. Look for mid-range models from reputable brands: Speed Queen, Maytag, LG, Bosch. These companies build washers that last. Don't go for the absolute cheapest option. Spend a little extra now, and you'll save yourself years of headaches later. There you have it: 5 washing machines to skip and 5 tips to buy smarter. Don't fall for flashy features and lazy labels. Hit subscribe, and we'll keep breaking down what's real, what's risky, and what's worth your money.